Welcome everyone to a brand new episode of PlayStation Megabits. It's the end of June, which means it's the end of E3. And it means we've had Summer Game Fest. So, can you hear that? Where's PlayStation? I'm your host, Adam Leonard, and I'm here to break down all the biggest PlayStation news in the smallest podcast format. And yeah, so we had E3, and we had Summer Game Fest kickoff. And while we got some indie announcements and some third-party stuff that was coming to PlayStation like we expected, not only did we not get any really big, juicy PlayStation first-party announcements, but we haven't heard anything as far as when those might be coming. The last we've heard from them is the State of Play, focused on Horizon Forbidden West, which was outstanding. It was a great gameplay reveal. And as we discussed on the last episode of Megadad's Live, that's typically the kind of thing that you would see Sony end a conference with. So it was a big deal. But that's all we've gotten, and we are still a month or so away from Gamescom, right? Gamescom doesn't happen until August. Are we not going to hear from PlayStation in any sort of grand regards until Gamescom? I don't think so. There was a slight hint in Summer Game Fest when Jeff Keighley was speaking with Hideo Kojima, and they showed off the Death Stranding director's cut coming exclusively to PlayStation 5. And Jeff Keighley hinted that we would see more to come in a few weeks. Hopefully that means we are going to get a more prominent State of Play, a more E3-esque showcase from Sony, because boy, it's really strange to feel this absence. Like, you feel it, right? E3, Xbox was there in grand fashion, an outstanding showcase. Nintendo was there with what I thought was a very impressive direct, but nothing from Sony. It's just been radio silence. And there's something to be said that maybe that radio silence means something is coming, right? The quiet before the storm. And if history is any indication, they're going to announce something probably like the day after this publishes, because PlayStation likes to jerk me around and drop all the really big news after I do my megabits. It's just how it works. It's kind of flattering, because it's like that means it's all about me, and I like me. All right, it's time to get your tinfoil hats on, because we're about to start talking about rumors and conspiracy theories. That's right, it's time to talk about Silent Hill. What's going on with Silent Hill? Well, nothing's going on with Silent Hill, because this series has been dead ever since Konami parted ways with Hideo Kojima and canceled the greatly anticipated Silent Hills project. This was probably the most devastating cancellation of a video game in my heart since Mega Man Legends 3. So we're gonna go back to the beginning, or the end, however you want to look at it. Some years back, Konami canceled my most anticipated game, Silent Hills. It was in collaboration with Hideo Kojima, which the studio then parted ways with, and it featured Norman Reedus, who went on to star in Death Stranding for Kojima, and Guillermo del Toro, who also went on to star in Death Stranding for Kojima. It was a real passion project, and it was pretty much guaranteed to deliver one of the most frightening video game experiences we've ever had, considering how traumatic the PT demo was that they released. And boy, talk about giving you a taste of something and then pulling away right before you're about to dig in. Silent Hills is a real heartbreaker. Absolutely devastated that this game just fell apart. And not only did it fall apart, but Konami kind of fell apart as well. They haven't created or published any real big games for a long time now. They've pretty much focused on soccer and pachinko and now skateboards. So why do people think that a new Silent Hill is coming? Well, I think it's a combination of a lot of fan fervor, which in this day and age could actually push things to happen, hashtag Snyder Cut. So earlier this year, Polish developer Bloober Team released a game called The Medium, which felt very much like a Silent Hill game. Clearly this developer is influenced by Konami's flagship horror property, and it oozes Silent Hill in this game, not only from how it plays, but how it looks, the tone, the direction, and the sound. Because Silent Hill series composer Akira Yamaoka did the music for The Medium. And when he did the music for The Medium, on the publicity tour, he gave an interview saying that he was working on a project for a new game that was going to be announced this summer, and he thinks it's the one that everybody's been waiting for. Wink, wink. I can't really wink, so when I point to my eye and say wink, that's a wink. Okay, so that's one coincidence, but the thing of it is, there are so many other breadcrumbs to this story, and some of them even involve more Bloober Team. The head of Bloober Team, in an interview during the press for The Medium, said that they are working in collaboration with a major publisher developing a sequel to a long-established horror IP, stoking the flames that Bloober Team is working on a new Silent Hill. And earlier this year, there have been rumblings that not one, but 2 Silent Hill games are currently in active development. One of them is presumed to be this Bloober Team project, but what's the other one? Enter Abandoned. What's Abandoned? I don't know. Abandoned is a first-person survival horror shooter game exclusively to PlayStation 5. It's had exactly 1 teaser, and it comes from Blue Box Studios. Who are Blue Box Studios? I don't know. But everybody's convinced that Blue Box Studios is guerrilla marketing for Hideo Kojima, because that's what he does, right? But it's not just presumption. Like, there's all kinds of super weird coincidences, like the fact that the studio comes from the very same city in the Netherlands that Ludens got his name from, and Ludens is the iconic flagship mascot for Kojima Productions. Okay, I'm not going to get into it all, but there's a ton of stuff, and it all points to Blue Box Studios actually being a front for Hideo Kojima making a new Silent Hill game. Twist, the head of Blue Box Studios on Twitter over the last couple of days has come on camera and declared, "I'm a real person. I have nothing to do with Konami. I have nothing to do with Kojima. I'm not making Silent Hill. I'm just one guy making an indie game. I want you guys to enjoy it." And it comes off as really genuine. Honestly, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to expect. It comes across as being a 50-50 scenario. I believe there's a new Silent Hill coming one day, and I believe Abandoned is just going to be an underwhelming first-person shooter game coming from a no-name studio. I don't know. But if all of this wasn't enough, Konami had to get in on it too. Because this past week, Konami launched a social media campaign promoting a brand new merchandise line for Silent Hill, the franchise that they've let wither on the vine for the last nearly 10 years. Why are they doing that now? I don't know. And to top it all off, their marketing campaign says that this new merchandise line is to celebrate ... So either they're just getting in on the fun and trying to cash in and get people to buy these limited edition skateboards, yeah, or something's going on. And I don't know. I just don't know. I want new Silent Hill. I want it. I need it. There have been tears shed wanting new Silent Hill. I want Birdo to play a new Silent Hill and pee-pee in his pants on the stream. Gotta make it happen. Do it, Konami. Do it for the pee-pee on the stream. That's going to do it for us for this month of PlayStation Megabits. If you liked the episode, please subscribe to Megadads on YouTube and ring the bell so that you're notified when a new video drops on the channel. We have all sorts of great original content on Megadads on YouTube, including Mix, Player One, Cooking with Casino, our Megadads report cards, and of course, PlayStation Megabits. We thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next month.